forward. There we go. Awesome. So have all your things, your oils, your blanket, your blocks, your strap. Yep. Oh, it's a little bright, but oh well. I'll do that. Let's start on our backs. And maybe I'll put, oh yeah, it's in view. Here's a little festive decor, a little poinsettia for the corner. Kellen's having a little something himself, perfect. All right, on our backs. And then let's just go ahead and start to rock our knees from side to side, massaging the lower back. I better check and see if that's Rachel. Deep breaths in and out as you rock from side to side. And let's start to move with our breath. Okay, so you'll exhale and you'll drop the knees to one side, maybe allowing for a little bit of a deeper twist. You'll slowly inhale, come to center. Exhale to the other side. Slowly come to center. Exhale, alternating. You can add your head, turning the opposite direction as well, but just really starting to link our movement with our breath, which just really helps us get more dialed into the present moment. Audible exhales if they ever sound or feel good. And then next time you have the knees off to the right, just leave them there. Ground your left shoulder even more. Reach that left arm out to the side. Feel free, if you like, to extend that top leg, rotating your foot, your ankle, and just kind of pressing out through that heel. It's just kind of hovering over the ground right now, but that's going to help get into the outer hip. IT band. If that's not comfortable, you can just leave it bent. But it's kind of a nice little modification for this pose. Take 2 breaths here. Very slow, fill up the lungs, the lower lungs, the sides of the left side of the rib cage. And then as you're ready, bend, or when you finish with that last exhale, you can bend that knee again. Come back to center. Shift your hips a little bit back to center, maybe even a tiny bit to the right, and then drop the knees to the left. Same thing. If you like, extend that top leg, press out through the, well, first rotate the ankle. That kind of activates some of the muscles in the outer hip, which is nice. Press out through the heel. Ground down through that right arm. Two slow and steady breaths. And then as you are ready, come back to center. Level your hips. Take both knees into your chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. Go ahead and take the legs wide towards like a happy baby. If you want to grab your feet, if you're ready, you can. Otherwise, you can just grab your thighs. That's another way to take this posture. And just kind of pull your knees down towards the floor outside the torso. Keep pressing your lower back down. Any little movements that feel good. And then let's take the knees back to center. Feet to the floor. Go ahead and lift your hips up off the ground. If you have your head on any cushion, you might want to remove that while we're doing this. Lifting those hips up. And then slowly exhale, lower down. Next breath in, we're going to add the arms. So inhale, arms up overhead, lift your hips. Exhale, lower, arms come back down by the sides, tailbone tucks under. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Get those hips up a little bit higher if you can. Press into all four corners of your feet. And then slowly exhale, lower back down. Tuck your tailbone under. Maybe take your knees back into your chest. Rock a little side to side. And let's go ahead and kind of move towards standing and take quite a few standing postures tonight, deep stretches in a standing position. We'll transition first just to child's pose. It's a good way, good place to move from. Hips draw back, arms reach forward. You can roll your forehead side to side. Let's inhale and come forward to table. Get our knees back down underneath us. Get the wrists underneath the shoulders. And let's just make some circles with the hips here. So just left knee up off the floor, making some big giant circles. And then extend that leg back, keeping the foot off the floor for now. And then cross that leg over to your right. Let the toes hit the floor, press out through your heel, and then start to get a nice calf stretch in addition to a side body stretch. So you're pressing at an angle And then you're almost pulling the hips back a little bit to the center. You can even look over that right shoulder towards the foot. Breathing here, in and out, nice and slow. And your next inhale lifts that leg up. Exhale, take your knee towards your nose. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, place that knee down and switch. Lift that right leg. Make some circles. And then extend that leg out long. Press out through the heel, flex your foot. Take it across the body, toes to the floor, press out through your heel. Look over your left shoulder as you draw the right side of your waist to the right. Keep breathing. And then come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, take your knee to your nose. Extend that leg back. Place it down. Turn all 10 toes under. You can always place your hands on blocks. You need a little support underneath the wrists. And then lift your knees up and back to downward facing dog. Lift your tailbone up. Lengthen the spine. Separate your shoulder blades. Press into all of your finger pads. Take your hips to the left a little bit. And then to the right. And then back to center. Drop to your knees. Either rest back in child's pose or just sit back on your heels. And if you want to add an additional toe or foot stretch, you can keep your toes turned under. That's up to you. Just taking a little reset here before we do a couple more downward dog postures. Pickles, where's your other ball, baby? Look at it. All right, hands back to the mat. 4 blocks. Downward dog. And then this time, you're going to lift up onto your toes, lifting your heels up a little bit more, and then just cross your right foot back behind your left. So you're crossing your ankles. And then go ahead and really press down into that right heel. Lifting your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Cross leg down dog. Really bending deeply into your left knee. And then slowly come back through center. Place that foot back where it normally goes and then switch. Left ankle crosses back behind. Press down through that left heel. Right knee bends a lot. And then come back through center. Full breath in. Exhale out your mouth. And now let's start to walk the feet forward into a standing forward fold. You can always rest your hands on blocks. Once you get there, just start to pedal it out again, stretching into one leg and then the other. All right, next inhale, let's reverse swan dive. Slowly up to standing. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. And we'll continue on with some ankle crossing. Okay, so we're just going to cross that left in front of the right. Arms float back up. Clasp your hands, steeple your fingers, and squeeze your arms in towards your ears. And then this time we're going to shift. We're going to reach up and over to our left, hips to the right. Inhale, come back to center, draw your belly in. Exhale, take it back. One more time, center. And then exhale, over, hold here. Press your thumbs back a little bit more, opening your chest. Press your hips a little bit more to the side. Feel the muscles in the rib cage stretching. And then inhale, belly draws in, come back to center. Uncross. Let's just lower the arms for a second. Close our eyes and take 2 breaths. Weight in your heels. Next inhale, arms float up. Clasp your hands, steeple your fingers. Right crosses in front of left. Squeeze your arms in. And on your next exhale, side bend. Try not to fold forward. Keep your back body leaning like against an invisible wall. And then inhale, straighten, belly in for support. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. And then one more time, side bend. Look right, possibly if you want. Belly in, weight a little bit more into the heels, arms back. Reach out through the fingertips. Ground down through that left foot. Inhale, come up. Oh, I forgot to do something before. We'll just come back to it. Exhale, we're going to swan dive forward. Keep your ankles crossed. Hands either to the floor or a block. Weight's going to come a little bit more forward out of the heels as you lift your tailbone up and fold forward. And next inhale, keep your feet crossed. Inhale, come back up, reverse swan dive. Working with a little bit of balance. Uncross your feet, switch the cross, and come back down. Left foot is in front of right. Fold forward, drop your head towards the floor. Full deep breaths in and out. Weight forward out of your heels. Press into those feet. Next inhale, reverse swan dive back up. Strong core. Uncross. Exhale, hands to through your heart. Standing Upright, weight in your heels, close your eyes. Well, I think Kellen froze. Just be on the lookout for him. Woo! Let's sway a little bit from side to side. Just checking in with him. All right, let's take our legs wide. Roll our shoulders. And then take the arms up. Let's turn our heels in and our toes out a little bit. And as you exhale, there he is. Exhale, bend your knees, goalpost the arms. And then inhale, straighten it all out, reach up. Exhale, maybe come down a little bit further. Open them up, goalpost, press your arms back. Get the weight a little bit more into the outer edges of your feet as you sink a little lower. And then inhale up. Couple more times. Exhale, arms back, shoulder blades together. Belly in, belly in, belly in. Sink it lower. Inhale, reach. And exhale, goalpost. Stay right here for just a moment. If you feel like adding a little something extra, you can lift one heel at a time, just for a little extra strength builder. Long neck though, make sure you're keeping your neck nice and long. And then sink it a little bit lower. Inhale up. Release those arms down by the sides. Roll your shoulders. Let's just add a little twist here. So inhale, take those arms up again. Exhale, come right back into it. And this time we'll let the hands come to our knees. And then just drop your right shoulder, twist left. Press that knee open. Drop your seat. Twist further. Twist deeper. And then back to center. And then the other direction. Press your knee open, twist. Inhale back to center. Sink it low. All the way back up. Exhale, hands through the heart to the hips. And let's step our feet together. Let's do a couple rounds of breath of joy. Just to kind of let go of some of the remaining holiday stress or just stress of the day, or maybe just 2021 period. Okay, so a reminder, it's forward, out, up. Those are all inhales. And then it's a audible exhale as you come forward. Okay, we'll do 7 rounds and we'll hold the exhale forward. Okay, so breathe in. Let it go. And begin. One more. hang forward, relax. Bend your knees, roll up to standing. Roll your shoulders once again. And let's follow that with one round of Bhastrika. So that's this one where you're just pulling the air down with a forceful exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay? So we'll do 10. Inhale the arms up, and then just try and join my pace. Arms by the sides, close the eyes, weight in your heels. And now just allow the breath to slow. Ujjayi breaths, if you remember, ocean sounding, audible, heated. All right, next inhale. Open your eyes. Let's take our left foot forward, right foot back. Arms reach out to the side. And then we're going to just bend deeply into that left knee for our warrior pose. Inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the leg, or lift the arms, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend. Open your knee up a little bit more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. This time, reverse. Reach that arm up towards the ceiling, bend deeper into your front knee. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then exhale, take a side angle. So you can either rest that arm kind of like on top or inside that leg as you reach this arm, either straight up or overhead, your choice. Bend a little bit deeper into that front knee. Open your chest towards the ceiling slightly. You can always take that hand to a block too. That's an option. Lots of options. Press through the outer edge of that back foot, grounding it, lengthening into the spine. And then on your next inhale, slowly come up. Both arms come up. And then this time, you're going to bend into that front knee and you're going to come forward almost like you would a downward dog. So it's like the hands are to the floor like a downward dog, but you're at an angle, 45 degrees inside that front foot. If your hands don't easily reach the floor, grab your blocks and place them on blocks. So that front knee stays bent. You're reaching your arms forward, getting a nice stretch in the side waist and the spine. Breathing. I know it's a lot for that front leg. And that being said, we'll start to just walk our hands so they're centered. We'll turn the toes so that we're in a wide leg forward fold. And then just go ahead and shift to one side and then the other. Bending opposite knees. Continue that a couple more times. And then just hold a wide leg forward fold, either hands to the floor, or you could grab the calves, the ankles, or the outer edges of your feet. Pull your body forward, lift your tailbone up. Steady, smooth breaths in and out. And if you used blocks on that last posture, you might want to just move those to the other side. We're going to turn the right toes forward now. And carefully, you can take your hands to your hips if you need to. Come back up to standing. Arms out. Bend into that front knee nice and deeply. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend, warrior B. Keep your knee open. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Keep your legs as they are. Reverse, front arm up. Back arm, back leg. Lengthen, side bend. And then exhale, forearm on or inside that front knee, other arm up. You can always reach your hand to a block instead. That arm can reach overhead as well. Wherever you are, pressing that knee open, grounding into that back foot, opening your chest towards the ceiling as you lean back into the shoulder blades. Bend a little deeper. And then inhale, come back up. You can maybe reverse for just a second because that feels good. And then take both arms up, straighten up, bend into your front knee, and now reach the arms at a diagonal, either towards the floor or blocks. Reach them out nice and far as you bend that front knee, and then you draw your hips back. A funny down dog crescent or warrior combo, I should say. Beautiful. And now once again, we'll walk your hands back to center, turning your foot. Wide leg forward fold. Once again, grab the legs or the feet. Turn your tailbone up, fold forward. And then heels in, toes out. Bend your knees deeply, drop into a little squat. You're probably not going to be able to come down very far because your feet are so wide. And then press it straight back up. And then squat once again. Shift a little side to side. Straighten into those legs, turn your toes forward. Hands to your hips. Inhale, come up with the flat back. Take your feet together. Shake it out a little bit. Have a sip of something if you want. Sway. And then let's take another. I feel like my lower back just still needs some more stuff. So have a block. Come to the top of your mat and place it inside your feet on its highest setting. And let's step our left foot back and square our hips forward. And then reach your left leg up towards the ceiling, or left leg, left arm. Right hand on your hip. Take your hips back. Hinge into that right hip crease. Reach with that left arm until you can take it to the block, which means you might have to move the block kind of from a diagonal from the foot. Squaring your hips and your shoulders to the mat. When you're ready, take your right arm up, add a twist. Maybe look up. If you'd rather have your arm on the, lay your arm on the lower back, that's fine too, whatever feels best. But press into both feet and draw your hips back to center a little bit. Stack your shoulders. Lean back into your back body. Breathe. And then on your next exhale, both hands are going to come down towards the floor or actually to the block. So move that block straight forward as far as you need to. Just for a moment, you're going to lift that left leg up in the air like a standing split. Get it up as high as you can. Fold forward as much as you can. It's a balancing pose. And then step your feet together. Grab opposite elbows, sway a little bit from side to side. Place the block back where it was in between the feet, and then reverse up to standing. Hands to your hips. Right foot steps back this time, toes turn in. Square your hips to the front. Right arm reaches up. And then exhale, lengthen, 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 lengthen. Try and keep your hips centered. So draw your left hip back, your right hip forward. Take your hand to the block eventually. So the right hand is to the block. There you go. Squaring your hips, and then your left arm will float up, taking a twist. Once again, if you want to take that hand to the lower back instead, you can. It's up to you. But keep your hips drawing back to center. Press through the ball of that left foot. Twist, 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 breathe. And your next inhale takes both hands down. Reach for the block, move it forward. Lift the back leg up nice and high. Your hands don't have to be on the block. They can be on the floor if you'd rather. Lift that leg up nice and high, fold forward. And then step your feet together. Fold it in, grab your elbows, get your weight out of your heels. Sway side to side. And then let's do a little squat now. You can use that block if you want. You're just gonna turn your toes out a little bit, your heels in, and then you're gonna squat down as low as you can. If you need to sit, if you need to put a block underneath, you can, or you can just hang, okay? Your choice. Hands will come to the heart so that your elbows can press your knees open a little bit. Lift your chest, lengthen your neck. Breathing here, maybe close your eyes. Maybe shift a little bit while you're in the pose. Let's add one twist before we come out of this pose. Left hand down, right arm opens. Maybe let it reach towards that right hip back behind you on the lower back, helping you twist a little bit more open. And then switch. Just take that arm inside the other knee, open the other arm up towards the ceiling, twist, open, maybe laid across the back. And then as you're ready, come back to center. Beautiful. Just for a moment, straighten into your legs. Fold forward. And then we're going to squat once again and come into a seated posture. And let's see here. Let's come onto our backs and grab a strap. Let's get some nice deep, relaxing leg stretches in. Press your heel up towards your ceiling. Draw that leg in towards your body. Thanks, Pickles. Press your lower back down. Three breaths here. And then just remove the strap. Keep that leg up. And I want you to bend your left knee and cross now your right leg high over the left. So you're crossing, almost stacking your knees. And then you can now bring both knees in towards your chest and either grab the knees, or some of you might be able to grab the shins or the ankles. It's wherever you are, keeping those feet wide, drawing those knees in towards your chest. Close your eyes, slow and steady breaths. And then slowly release, uncross, shake those legs out, shake out the feet up towards the ceiling. And then let's just rest for a moment with the legs flat on the floor, straightened out. Put left hand on your belly, right hand on your heart, or no, left hand on your heart, right hand on your belly. Inhale into that right hand first, and then the left. Exhale, belly and chest. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale, release, belly, chest. All right, left leg. Throw the strap over the foot. Take it up towards the ceiling. Press out through your heels. Drop those shoulders down. Breathe in and out. Okay, when you're ready, you're going to release the strap. Keep that leg up. Bend that right leg. Cross. Left leg high over the right. And then once again, drop both knees into your chest. Separating the ankles, you can grab more towards your shins or ankles if you can reach. Otherwise, just Stay with your hands on your knees. Settle into this intense and awkward pose. And after your next exhale, start to release and unwind. Take those legs up towards the ceiling again, shake them out. And then slowly and carefully lay flat on the floor once again. Right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. Breathe into the right hand and then the left. Exhale right and left. Inhale right, left. Exhale, belly, chest. And then tonight, rather than do a yoga nidra or a full-on meditation, we're going to do something just kind of right in between. So I'm just going to have you stay on your backs. If you need to put any cushion under the knees or the head, go right ahead. I'm just going to take us through like a nice little body scan and breathing practice. So take a nice deep breath in and then exhale. And as you do, allow yourself to become 10% more comfortable. So whatever that involves, wiggling here or there, releasing some stress here or there. And then let's just do a little scan starting at the third eye, taking your awareness to your third eye. And if you want to bring a little visual component in here, you can always maybe envision light in all of the little points, or maybe warmth. So from the third eye, traveling now to the right eye, left eye, right cheek, left cheek, right nostril, left nostril, right ear, left ear, right upper lip, right lower lip, the mouth, the tongue, chin, throat, right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist, tip of the right thumb, tip of the index finger, tip of the middle finger, tip of the ring finger, pinky, wrist, elbow, shoulder, pit of the throat, left shoulder, left wrist, left elbow, left wrist, tip of the left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky, wrist, elbow, left shoulder, pit of the throat, heart center, navel point, right hip, right knee, right ankle, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth, ankle, knee, hip, center of the pelvis, left hip, left knee, left ankle, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth, ankle, knee, hip, center of the pelvis, navel, heart, throat, third eye, and now simply feel the entire body at once. And just relax completely without trying to do anything. So I'm actually going to let you guys come out of this in your own time tonight. You can either lay here for like another 5 minutes or so and come out, or you can start to do some breathing and moving on your own. Just listen to your own bodies, do what feels best, stay in your zone, and then eventually transition into the rest of your night. Hopefully it's just a really great sleep, whatever else you might have in store. And I will see you next week, if not before.